10 minutes because I want to put out a call. This is not a pitch, this is really a call. Some of you will hear it, most will not hear it, but I want to put it out there. I'm putting out a call for 13 visionaries from around the world who want to unite and explore the last frontier of humanity, which for me is the way we relate to one another. I'm putting out a call for 13 of those men who want to draw new maps about how we can relate to one another beyond what we know right now. I'll go into a little bit more detail. I have felt the call to, in more and more clarity in the past couple of years, to play my part in the reinvention of relationships. And it came from an understanding or seeing an incredible paradox between, on the one hand, the incredible importance of quality relationships for our happiness and for our health. You know, Harvard did a 75-year study where they followed people trying to determine what makes us happy and healthy. And the number one predictor of happiness and health, more important than anything else, is quality relationships. Nothing comes even close to your quality relationships when it comes to your happiness and your health. You know, you live longer and you live better if you have quality relationships. So nothing matters more than relationships, and your investment in your relationships has the biggest return on investment. And yet at the same time, and this is the paradox, we're, I would say, crippled at best in the way we relate to one another. You know, I think we all can agree, if you look at romantic relationships, that we're not doing a good job as humanity. You know? For my calculations, 90% of relationships end in suffering, with at least one of the two partners saying to the other, I never want to see you anymore in my life. So our romantic relationships are crippled, our families are crumbling, our communities are crumbling, and so there's a paradox between the incredible value of relationships and then how we're doing it. Something is wrong, or at least we can do a lot better. We can do a lot better, we can make many upgrades. And to me, that's why I say relationships are the last frontier. Because if we figure that out, you know, and we will, because we keep trying. You know, if we had a space program like we do our love relationships, we would have abandoned it a long time ago. You know, going to the moon, crashing, and we keep trying. So we're gonna figure it out. What was I gonna say? I lost it. So yeah, I see the paradox, and we're going to figure it out, and I want to play my role in the reinvention of relationships. And I see, the way I play my roles is threefold. One is I'm committed to lead all my relationships into glory. I'm 100% committed to it. You know, I take charge of it. That's my romantic relationships, that's the relationships with my family, my father, my mom, my sisters, the relationship with my allies, the people I work with. I take 100% responsibility for it. Two, the second thing I'm going to do the second half of this year is we're starting a docu-series where I go and interview elders on two questions. Why are we in this situation where relationships end in so much suffering, and what can we do about it? And I want to interview these people who've dedicated their lives to understand this better. And so that's the second thing I'm going to do. The third thing, and this is why I put out the call, is I am consorting a reconnaissance team of men to explore this last frontier and draw new maps. I'm convinced that it is men who are going to lead the charge into the reinvention of relationships. And so I'm calling for these men to explore it with me. to draw new maps with me beyond traditional relationships. You know, traditional relationships, by that I mean monogamous, cohabitant, romantic relationships. You know, so we're going to think beyond what's traditional, not because everything is wrong there, but what can we take and what else can we do? Because obviously it's not working. You know, obviously it's not working if you just look at the numbers. And so my call is to you, if you feel called by this, to come and talk to me. It means three things, and this is where I qualify. If you're a man who's committed 100% to lead all of your relationships into glory, all of them, you take charge, you take responsibility. 2, you do it not just for yourself, but for your people. You do it for your brothers, you do it for your sons, your daughters, you do it for humanity. If you're committed to draw those maps, explore it, and share it for those people, come and talk to me. And 3, if you're facing or if you're ready to take on a next inspiring challenge in your love life, those are the 3 qualifications. If you feel called right now by what I'm saying, is like, oh, that's me, come and talk to me. I know it's very few, but if you feel called, come and talk to me, because I have dedicated my life to it. If I look back at my life, I've been dedicated to relationships all through my academic career. When I was working with Latour, this is 25 years ago. When I was working with Zan, you know, I have dedicated my life to this, and I want to play my part in it, and that's why I put out the call, because I want to do it with others. I can't do it alone. If you feel called, I am at your service. I'm currently working with a couple of people who really look beyond the traditional ways. You know, Rob is here at T5. I'm working with Rob. He has a community and he's growing that. It's beautiful. You know, I'm working with Kai, who's like several men, who's married, who has a baby, has a great family, and is coming out of the closet as a lover of women. You know, it's something he's been hiding that part, and he wants to find a way that makes it a win-win for him, for his wife, for his child, for the sons, and so he's really committed to both that, to have both, be very committed to their family and honor his own sense of adventure. So he's developing his own maps that are very valuable for other men. So if you feel called, I'm at your service. Come and talk to me during this, do it today, or as soon as you can. All right. Thank you.